Listen, you are guilty of this. There is a moment, a quiet one. It happens late at night when the room is dark and your phone is still in your hand. You are staring at a message that never came. You are checking a name that never replies the way you deserve. And somewhere inside you, a voice finally speaks the truth you have been running from for months, maybe years. She does not respect you. Say it again. She does not respect you, and you already know it. You knew it the first time she made you feel small. You knew it the first time she chose herself over you and called it love. You knew it every single time you shrank yourself just to keep the peace. You knew it. You just were not ready to hear it. Tonight, you are ready. Tonight, this stops. Walk away. Not because you are angry, not because you want to punish her. Walk away because you finally understand something that should have been obvious from the start. You deserve better, not because someone told you that, not because a quote on a screen convinced you. You deserve better because you can feel it in your body. Every time she disrespects you, and your chest tightens, and your stomach drops, and something in you screams that this is wrong. That feeling is not weakness. That feeling is your own soul trying to save you. This is not going to be a soft video. This is not going to comfort you with gentle words while you go back to the same person tomorrow. This is a wake-up call. This is the moment where you stop lying to yourself. This is the moment where you finally look at what has been happening and call it by its real name. Think about how you have been living. Think about how many nights you have spent replaying conversations, trying to find the version where you said the right thing and she suddenly cared. Think about how many times you have forgiven things that should have never been forgiven the first time. Think about how many times you told yourself, just one more chance, just one more try. She will change, she just needs time. You have been giving her time for how long now? Months, maybe years. And what has changed? Nothing. The disrespect is still there. The excuses are still there. And you are still the one bending, still the one adjusting, still the one shrinking to fit into a space that was never built to hold you with love. This is the pattern of fold, never break. They mistake exhaustion for loyalty. They mistake staying in pain for strength. They think if they just hold on a little longer, if they just prove themselves a little more, the other person will finally see their worth. But here is the truth nobody wants to say out loud. People do not wake up one day and suddenly decide to respect you. Respect is not something you earn through suffering. Respect is either there from the start, or it has to be demanded through your own actions. And right now, your actions are telling her and telling yourself that disrespect is acceptable, that you will stay no matter what, that you will keep showing up even when she gives you nothing in return. You have to understand something painful right now, in this exact moment. Every single time you accept disrespect, while teaching people how to treat you, you are not a victim of her behavior. You are, in part, the architect of it. This is hard to hear. It might even feel unfair. But it is true. When you allow someone to disrespect you without consequence, you are sending a message. The message is, I will stay, no matter how you treat me. The message is, my boundaries are just suggestions. The message is, my self-respect is negotiable. And people, whether they realize it consciously or not, will always take what you allow them to take. This is not about blaming yourself for her choices. She is responsible for her own actions. But you are responsible for what you tolerate. You are responsible for what you accept into your life and what you allow to stay. And right now, today, You have a choice. You can keep tolerating this. You can keep hoping. You can keep waiting for a change that has shown no signs of coming. Or you can finally, for the first time in a long time, choose yourself. Let me ask you something honestly. When was the last time you felt truly happy around her?
Not comfortable, not familiar, happy, free, light.
When was the last time being with her made you feel more like yourself instead of less? If you have to think hard to remember, that is your answer. That silence, that struggle to remember, is louder than any argument I could make. You have spent so much energy trying to fix something that was never yours to fix alone. You cannot love someone into respecting you. You cannot prove your worth to someone who has already decided you are not worth the effort. You cannot beg for value from someone who does not see it. And the most painful part of all of this, the part that keeps so many people stuck, is that walking away feels like losing. It feels like giving up. It feels like admitting defeat. But it is the opposite. Walking away is not losing. Walking away is the first real act of self-respect you have shown in a long time. Think about what staying is actually costing you. It is costing you your peace. It is costing you your confidence. Every day you stay in a place where you are not respected, a small piece of your identity erodes. You start doubting yourself. You start wondering if maybe you are the problem, if maybe you are asking for too much, if maybe wanting basic respect is somehow unreasonable. This is what disrespect does over time. It does not just hurt you in the moment. It rewires how you see yourself. It makes you smaller. It makes you quieter. It makes you accept less and less until one day you look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back. This ends now. You need to understand something about comfort. Comfort is not the same as happiness. You have gotten comfortable with this pain. You have built a routine around it. You know her patterns. You know when she will ignore you and when she will come back with just enough affection to keep you hooked. This is not love. This is a cycle. And cycles do not break themselves. You have to break them. Nobody is coming to save you from this. No message is going to arrive that fixes everything. No conversation is going to suddenly make her see your worth if she has not seen it by now. Stop waiting for permission to leave a situation that is hurting you. Stop waiting for the perfect closure, the perfect apology, the perfect ending. Real life does not give you those things most of the time. Sometimes you just have to walk away without getting the explanation you feel like you deserve. Sometimes the growth is in leaving without getting the last word. Here is what fear does to people in this exact situation. Fear tells you that if you leave, you will be alone. Fear tells you that no one else will want you. Fear tells you that this relationship, as painful as it is still better than nothing. Fear keeps people in situations that are actively destroying them, because the unknown feels more dangerous than they who already know. But listen carefully. Being alone is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Losing yourself is the worst thing that can happen to you. And that is exactly what continuing this path will do. It will take you piece by piece until there is nothing left of the person you used to be. The person full of confidence, full of standards, full of self-worth. You were not born to shrink for anyone. You were not born to beg for basic decency. You were not born to accept crumbs of attention and call it love. Somewhere along the way, you convinced yourself that this was normal. It is not normal. It never was. Now, let's talk about responsibility, because this is where real change begins. You can spend the rest of your life focused on what she did wrong. You can replay every disrespectful word, every broken promise, every time she made you feel unimportant. You can build a mental list of her mistakes and carry it with you like a weapon. But none of that will change your life. None of that will build your future. The only thing that will change your life is what you decide to do next. This is the hardest truth in this entire video. Your healing, your growth, your transformation, none of it depends on her. It does not depend on her apologizing. It does not depend on her realizing what she lost. It does not depend on karma finding her one day. Your life moving forward depends entirely on what you choose to do with your time, your energy, and your attention starting today. So ask yourself this: what have you been doing with your time while you were focused on her? How many hours have you spent checking her social media, waiting for her to post something, analyzing every like and every comment? How many hours have you spent crafting the perfect message, deleting it, rewriting it, sending it, then regretting it? How many hours have you spent lying awake, replaying arguments, imagining conversations that will never happen? Add all of that up. That is time you will never get back. That is time that could have been spent building your body, building your skills, building your future, building the version of you that does not need her validation to feel whole. This is the wake-up call. Every hour you spend chasing someone who does not respect you is an hour stolen from the life you could be building. Every hour spent hoping she changes is an hour not spent changing yourself into someone so strong, so disciplined, so complete that her absence becomes irrelevant. Discipline is the answer to heartbreak, not distraction, not revenge. Discipline. When you replace the chaos of chasing someone with the structure of building yourself, everything shifts. You stop waiting for her to text back and start waking up early to train your body. You stop refreshing her profile and start reading books that make you sharper. You stop obsessing over what she is doing and start obsessing over what you are becoming. This is not about pretending you do not feel pain. You will feel pain. Walking away from someone, even someone who treated you badly, still hurts. Attachment does not disappear just because respect was missing. You can miss someone and still know they were bad for you. Both things can be true at the same time. But pain is not a reason to stay. Pain is proof that you are finally facing reality instead of hiding from it. Here is what real discipline looks like in this situation. It looks like blocking her number even though every part of you wants to keep the option open. It looks like deleting the messages, deleting the photos, deleting the constant reminders of a version of her that made promises she did not keep. It looks like refusing to reach out first, even on the hard nights. It looks like waking up at the same time every day, no matter how tired you are, and doing the things that build your future instead of the things that keep you stuck in your past. Discomfort is part of this process, and you need to accept that now. Walking away from someone, cutting contact, breaking a habit of chasing and hoping, all of this will feel unbearable at first.
Your mind will fight you. It will tell you that you are overreacting, that she was not that bad, that you should give her one more chance. This is your old identity trying to survive.
This is the part of you that got used to accepting less, trying to pull you back into familiar territory, because familiar, even when it is painful, feels safer than unfamiliar.
You have to fight through that discomfort. You have to sit with the silence instead of filling it with her. You have to let the urge to reach out pass without acting on it. Every time you resist that urge, you are building a new kind of strength. Every time you choose discipline over impulse, you are becoming someone new. This is not easy. Nobody said it would be easy. But it is simple. Stay away. Build yourself. Repeat. Let's talk about what building yourself actually looks like, because vague motivation is not enough. You need real action. Start with your body. Your body is the one thing that responds directly to your effort. It does not care about her. It does not care about your excuses. It responds to discipline. Wake up and move it. Train it. Push it past what is comfortable. When you are in pain from heartbreak, physical discomfort becomes a strange kind of relief. It gives your mind something real to focus on instead of imaginary conversations with someone who does not deserve your thoughts. Every rep you complete when you do not feel like it is proof that you can do hard things. And once you prove that to yourself in the gym, you start believing it everywhere else in your life. Next, look at your daily structure. Chaos breeds obsession. When your days have no plan, your mind fills the empty spaces with thoughts of her. But when your days are structured, when every hour has a purpose, there is no room left for obsessive thinking. Build a schedule. Wake up at a fixed time. Plan your work, your training, your learning, your rest. Fill your life so completely with intentional action that the space she used to occupy simply does not exist anymore. Next, invest in your mind. Read books that challenge you. Learn skills that increase your value, not to prove anything to her, but to become the kind of person who never has to beg for respect again. When you are constantly growing, constantly improving, you naturally start setting higher standards for who you allow into your life. A person who is building an empire does not have time to chase someone who treats them like an afterthought. Next, protect your environment. Remove the reminders. Unfollow her. Mute her. Put away the gifts, at least for now. Change your routine if you have to, so you are not constantly walking through memories. This is not weakness. This is strategy. You cannot heal in the same conditions that keep hurting you. You need distance, real distance, not the illusion of moving on while secretly checking her page every night. Now let's talk about what happens over time, because this is the part most people skip. They think transformation happens overnight, and when it does not, they give up and go back to what is familiar. That is a mistake. Real transformation takes time, and it happens in stages that you need to understand so you do not quit when it gets hard. In the beginning, the pain will feel unbearable. You will have moments of clarity where you feel strong and certain that walking away was right. Then you will have moments of weakness where you miss her so much that you consider reaching out just to hear her voice one more time. This back and forth is normal. It does not mean you are failing. It means you are human. The key is to keep choosing discipline even during the weak moments. One weak moment does not erase your progress unless you let it. As days turn into weeks, something starts to shift. The obsessive thoughts become less frequent. You start going hours, then entire days without thinking about her. Your body starts changing from the consistent training. Your mind starts feeling sharper from the reading and learning. Your confidence starts returning. Slowly, quietly, but undeniably. You start noticing that you feel proud of yourself for the first time in a long time. Not because of anything she did, but because of what you built while she was gone. As weeks turn into months, the transformation becomes visible, not just to you, but to everyone around you. People start noticing a difference in how you carry yourself. Your posture changes, your voice changes. The way you speak about your goals changes. You stop talking about her altogether, not because you are suppressing the pain, but because she genuinely does not occupy the same space in your mind anymore. You have replaced her with purpose. You have replaced longing with direction. You have replaced the chase with self-mastery. This is the identity transformation nobody talks about enough. It is not about becoming a different person to spite her. It is about becoming the person you were always capable of being. The person who was hidden underneath all that waiting, all that hoping, all that shrinking. The version of you that respects himself so deeply that no one else's disrespect can shake his foundation. Picture this version of you clearly. He wakes up early, not because someone told him to, but because he owns his mornings. He trains his body with intensity, not for anyone else, but because discipline has become his identity. He speaks with calm confidence because he no longer needs external validation to feel worthy. He does not chase. He does not beg. He does not shrink himself to fit into spaces that were never built to hold him with respect. He walks into every room understanding his own value because he has spent months proving it to himself through consistent action. This version of you is not fantasy. This version of you is available right now, starting today, through the choices you make in the next 24 hours. But he only becomes real if you choose him over comfort. He only becomes real if you choose discipline over the temporary relief of reaching out. He only becomes real if you choose growth over the familiar pain of staying where you are not respected. Let's be brutally honest about something. If you go back now, after everything you have just heard, after everything you already know deep down, nothing will change. She will not suddenly start respecting you because you gave her one more chance. The pattern will repeat. The disrespect will continue. And you will find yourself here, again, in this same pain, months from now, except this time you will have wasted even more time, even more energy, even more of your one life on a situation that was never going to give you what you needed. You deserve someone who chooses you consistently, not occasionally. You deserve someone who respects your time, your feelings, your presence. You deserve someone who does not make you question your worth every single day. And if that person is not currently in your life, that does not mean you settle for someone who disrespects you. It means you wait. And while you wait, you build yourself into someone so strong, so complete, so disciplined, that when the right person does arrive, you already know your own value. You do not need them to confirm it. You already carry it within you. This is what real self-respect looks like. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is quiet, consistent action. It is waking up every day and choosing yourself, even when it is hard, even when you miss her, even when the temptation to go back feels overwhelming. It is trusting that the discomfort of walking away is temporary, but the damage of staying is permanent if you let it continue. Think about the person you want to become 5 years from now. Does that person still tolerate disrespect? Does that person still chase people who do not choose them back? Does that person still shrink themselves to keep peace with someone who does not value them? Or does that person walk with quiet confidence, knowing their worth so deeply that disrespect from anyone, no matter how much they love them, is simply not acceptable? That future version of you is watching this moment right now. That future version of you is hoping you make the right choice today, because every decision you make right now is either building toward that strong, disciplined, self-respecting version of you, or it is delaying him, keeping him locked away while you continue to accept less than you deserve. Here is your action plan, starting today. Starting right now, before you close this video. First, remove access. Block the number if you need to. Mute the accounts. Remove the constant temptation to check on her, to see what she is doing, to keep tabs on a life that is no longer yours to monitor. This is not about hate. This is about protecting your healing. Second, fill your calendar. Do not leave empty time for your mind to wander back into old patterns. Schedule your workouts. Schedule your learning. Schedule your work. Structure your days so completely that there is no room left for obsessive thinking. Third, move your body every single day, even when you do not feel like it. Physical discipline builds mental discipline. The gym, a run, a walk, anything that pushes your body will help regulate the storm happening in your mind. Fourth, write down what you are building, not what you are running from. Do not make a list of everything wrong with her. Make a list of everything right with the future version of you. Focus your energy forward, not backward. Fifth, accept the discomfort without escaping it. Do not numb this pain with distractions that do not build you. Sit with it. Let it teach you. Let it strengthen you. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens exactly where you are standing right now, in the discomfort of choosing yourself over someone who did not choose you. Let me speak to the specific ways disrespect shows up, because sometimes we do not call it disrespect until we hear it named out loud. Disrespect is when she makes plans with you and cancels last minute without a real reason again and again and expects you to simply accept it. Disrespect is when she talks to you in a tone she would never accept someone using on her. Disrespect is when she compares you to other people, when she makes you feel like you are always one mistake away from losing her, when she uses your insecurities against you instead of protecting them. Disrespect is when she disappears for days, then returns as if nothing happened, and you are the one who has to adjust, apologize, and accept her back without question.
Disrespect is when your feelings are treated as an inconvenience, when your needs are labeled as too much, when your standards are called controlling simply because you expect basic decency.
If any of this sounds familiar, do not look away from it. Do not soften it in your mind. Do not tell yourself that this is just how relationships are, that this is normal, that everyone goes through this. Some discomfort in relationships is normal. Disrespect is not. There is a difference between two people working through a disagreement with mutual care and one person consistently disregarding the other's feelings while expecting endless patience in return. You know which one this is. You have known for a while. Now let's talk about the excuses, because this is where so many people get stuck. You tell yourself she is going through a hard time. You tell yourself she did not mean it. You tell yourself if you just communicate better, if you just explain your feelings one more time, she will finally understand. You tell yourself that the good moments outweigh the bad ones, that when things are good, they are really good, so the bad moments must not matter as much. This is one of the most dangerous traps in the entire situation. A few good moments do not cancel out a pattern of disrespect. In fact, those good moments are often what keep you trapped. They are the reward that keeps you playing a game that was never designed for you to win. This is not accidental. Whether she realizes it or not, those small moments of affection after periods of disrespect create a cycle that keeps you hooked, hoping, waiting for the next good moment to arrive. You need to break that cycle by refusing to wait for it anymore. The good moments do not erase the pattern. The pattern is the truth. The good moments are the exception used to keep you from seeing the whole picture clearly. Now think about your friends, your family, the people who love you and have watched you go through this. Have they said anything? Have they hinted, gently or directly, that this relationship seems to be draining you? Have they asked why you seem less like yourself lately? The people who love you the most are often the first to notice when you are shrinking, long before you notice it yourself. If people around you have expressed concern, do not dismiss it as them not understanding your relationship. Sometimes the people outside the situation can see the pattern more clearly than you can, because you are standing too close to it, blinded by hope and attachment. This is the moment to trust their perspective, even if it is uncomfortable, even if it means admitting they were right, and you spent too long defending someone who was not defending you back. Let's go deeper into the discipline required to actually walk away, because saying the words is easy, but living them is where most people fail. The first few days will be the hardest. Your mind will search for reasons to reach out. It will convince you that this time is different, that you just need to check on her, that ignoring her feels cruel, even though she has shown you cruelty in far quieter ways for a long time.
This is the moment where your new identity is either built or abandoned. Every time you resist the urge to reach out, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming.
Every time you give in, you are casting a vote for the person you used to be. Your identity is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built vote by vote, choice by choice, day by day. Create physical distance from anything that pulls you back. If you have items that remind you of her, put them away where you cannot see them every day. If certain places remind you of time spent together, change your routine, at least temporarily, so you are not constantly walking through memories that reopen the wound. This is not about erasing what happened. It is about giving yourself room to heal without constant triggers pulling you back into the pain. Replace the mental space she occupied with something productive. This is critical. If you simply remove her from your life without filling that space with purpose, your mind will find a way to fill it with longing, with obsession, with imagined scenarios of reconciliation. But if you fill that space intentionally, with training, with learning, with work, with new goals, there is no room left for those thoughts to grow. Discipline is not just about resisting bad habits. It is about actively building better ones to replace them. Let's talk about your appearance and your presence, because how you carry yourself on the outside affects how you feel on the inside, and vice versa. Start taking care of yourself in ways you may have neglected during this relationship. Cut your hair. Update your wardrobe if you need to. Stand up straighter. Speak with more intention. These may seem like small surface-level changes, but they carry weight. When you start showing up in the world with more care for yourself, your brain starts receiving the message that you matter, that you are worth the effort, that you are someone worth taking care of. This message becomes a foundation for deeper confidence. Let's talk about your circle, the people you surround yourself with during this time. Distance yourself from anyone who minimizes what you are going through. Anyone who tells you that you are overreacting. Anyone who pressures you to go back to a situation that was hurting you. Surround yourself instead with people who challenge you to grow, who hold you accountable to your goals, who remind you of your worth when you forget it yourself. The people around you during this transformation will either accelerate your growth or slow it down. Choose carefully. Now, let's address something important. There will be moments during this process where you feel proud of your progress. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, a memory hits you and the pain returns, as if no time has passed at all. This does not mean you have failed. Healing is not a straight line. It moves forward, drifts back, moves forward again. What matters is the overall direction over time. not the perfection of every single day. If you have a hard day, do not use it as an excuse to abandon everything you have built. Acknowledge the pain, let yourself feel it, and then return to your discipline the next day. Consistency over time is what creates transformation, not the absence of hard days. Consider the version of you that exists 3 months from today if you commit fully to this path. He trains consistently, and his body reflects the discipline he has built. He wakes up early, and his mind is sharp because he has spent months feeding it with growth instead of obsession. He speaks calmly in situations that used to trigger anxiety because he has proven to himself through months of consistent action that he can handle discomfort without falling apart. He does not check her social media anymore, not because he is forcing himself to resist, but because he has genuinely built a life so full of purpose that the urge has quietly disappeared. This version of you is not a fantasy. He is available to you, but only through the choices you make starting today, repeated every single day until they become who you are.
Consider also the version of you 6 months from now, a year from now.
The pain you feel right now, the pain that feels unbearable in this moment, will become a distant memory, a chapter you moved past, a lesson that shaped you rather than a wound that defined you. But this only happens if you choose growth today instead of staying in the cycle that created this pain in the first place. Time alone does not heal. Time combined with intentional action heals. Time combined with continued waiting and hoping simply extends the suffering. This is the moment where you decide which path your future self will thank you for. Will future you look back and say, "That was the day I finally chose myself. The day I stopped accepting less than I deserved. The day I started building the life and the identity I always knew I was capable of." Or will future you look back and say, "That was another day I knew the truth and chose to ignore it. Another day I stayed in pain because leaving felt harder than staying. Another day I delayed my own growth because comfort felt safer than change."
The choice is entirely yours, and it is available to you right now in this exact moment. Before you close this video and go back to your normal routine,
do not let this be another video you watch, feel inspired by for 20 minutes, and then forget by tomorrow. Let this be the moment everything changed. Let this be the line in your story where the old version of you, the one who begged for respect, who shrank himself, who accepted crumbs and called it enough, finally stepped aside to make room for someone stronger, someone disciplined, someone who understands his own worth so deeply that no one's disrespect can shake it again. This is your wake-up call. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after one more conversation with her to get closure you probably will not receive. Right now, this exact moment is where the transformation begins, or where it gets delayed again. You have spent enough time waiting for someone else to see your worth. It is time to see it yourself. You have spent enough time shrinking to fit into a love that was never really there. It is time to expand into the person you were always meant to become. You have spent enough nights checking your phone, hoping for a message that respects you the way you deserve. It is time to become someone so disciplined, so strong, so complete, that you no longer need anyone's validation to know your value. Let's talk about standards, because this word gets used so often that it has lost its real meaning. A standard is not a list of demands you make to another person. A standard is a line you draw for yourself, a line that determines what you will and will not accept into your life, regardless of how much you love someone, regardless of how long you have invested, regardless of how afraid you are of being alone. Right now, your standards have been shaped by fear and by attachment, rather than by self-respect. you have accepted things you swore you never would, because the fear of losing her felt bigger than the fear of losing yourself. This has to change. Not eventually. Now. Building real standards means deciding in advance what respect actually looks like to you and refusing to accept anything less, no matter how good the good moments feel. It means understanding that consistency matters more than intensity. A person who showed up for you calmly and reliably every single day is worth more than a person who gives you overwhelming affection one week and complete silence the next. Chaos is not passion. Chaos is a warning sign disguised as excitement. Real love, real respect, feels calm. It feels safe. It does not require you to constantly guess where you stand. You have to relearn what safety feels like, because if you have been in this situation long enough, your nervous system may have adapted to chaos as if it were normal. This is why some people leave stable, respectful relationships feeling bored, stay in chaotic, disrespectful ones feeling alive. That feeling of aliveness is not love. It is often anxiety, dressed up and mistaken for passion. Real growth means learning to feel calm in respect instead of restless without chaos. Now let's talk about what it means to become unrecognizable, because this is the deepest part of the transformation. Unrecognizable does not mean becoming cold or bitter. It does not mean closing yourself off from love or connection. It means becoming so rooted in your own sense of worth that external circumstances, including how someone else treats you, no longer have the power to define how you see yourself. It means walking through the world with quiet certainty instead of desperate hope. It means speaking your mind without fear of losing someone who was never fully choosing you anyway. It means setting a boundary and holding it, even when the other person pushes back, even when holding that boundary costs you something you thought you wanted. Unrecognizable means the friends who knew the old version of you, the one who checked his phone every 5 minutes, the one who cancelled his own plans to be available whenever she decided to show up, the one who apologized for things that were never his fault just to keep the peace. That version of you no longer exists. In his place stands someone calmer, someone more grounded, someone who has done the work required to build real self-respect instead of just talking about it. This transformation is not about becoming someone who no longer feels. It is about becoming someone who feels deeply, but no longer abandons himself in the process. You can still be kind. You can still be generous with your love. You can still want connection and closeness. But you will offer these things from a place of wholeness instead of desperation. You will give love because you have an abundance to give, not because you are trying to earn love in return. Think about the discipline this requires on a daily basis. It means training your body even on days when your motivation is gone, because you understand that discipline built on emotion alone will always collapse the moment the emotion fades. It means showing up to work, to your responsibilities, to your goals, with full effort, even while carrying pain inside you, because you refuse to let one situation halt your entire life. It means practicing patience with yourself during the moments you slip, while still holding yourself accountable to keep moving forward. Consider what your mornings will look like once this transformation takes hold. You wake up without immediately reaching for your phone to check if she messaged. You wake up with a plan for your day already forming in your mind, focused on your own goals, your own growth, your own future. You move through your morning routine with intention, not urgency, not anxiety, just calm, steady discipline. This is what a self-respecting life looks like in practice. It is not glamorous. It is not dramatic. It is quiet, consistent, and powerful. Consider what your evenings will look like. Instead of lying awake replaying old conversations, you spend your nights reflecting on what you accomplished that day. You read something that expands your mind. You plan tomorrow with the same intention you brought to today. You fall asleep not because exhaustion from emotional pain finally overtook you, but because you worked hard, trained hard, and lived a day fully aligned with the person you are becoming. This is not a fantasy reserved for other people who seem naturally strong. This is available to you, starting with the very next decision you make after this video ends. The gap between where you are right now and the version of yourself described throughout this entire message is not talent. It is not luck. It is simply consistent action, repeated daily, even when it is uncomfortable, even when you do not feel like it, even when part of you still wants to go back to what is familiar. Understand this clearly. She may never apologize. She may never realize what she lost. She may move on and seem completely fine, and that will hurt if you let yourself measure your healing against her reaction. Do not do that. Her response, or lack of one, is not a reflection of your worth. Some people never see what they had until it is far too late, and some people never see it at all. Waiting for her to recognize your value before you recognize it yourself is giving her power over your identity that she has not earned and does not deserve. Your worth was never actually in question. It only felt uncertain because you were asking the wrong person to confirm it. Stop asking her. Start showing yourself, through daily disciplined action, exactly who you are and exactly what you are capable of building. That is the only validation that will ever truly last, because it comes from evidence you created yourself, not from words someone else may or may not ever say to you. She does not respect you. You already knew that. Now you know what to do about it. Walk away, not with anger, not with drama. Walk away with quiet, unshakable discipline. Walk toward the version of yourself that trains when it is hard, that stays consistent when no one is watching, that builds an entire new identity out of the ashes of a situation that tried to make you feel small. You deserve better. Not someday, not after you prove yourself enough. Right now, exactly as you are, you deserve respect, consistency, and love that does not require you to shrink. The only person who can give that to you first is you. Start today. Start with the next hour. Choose discipline. Choose growth. Choose the version of yourself that walks away from disrespect without looking back, and never stops building until that pain becomes proof of how far you have come. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of the version of you that finally chose himself. Walk away. Build yourself. Become someone she will never forget she lost. Not because you tried to make her feel that way, but because you simply stopped waiting and started living the life you always deserved.